Paul Austin put some slack.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Mexico.
Yo, this is Tamper.
It's the Winnie 101. Y'all about to be hit with some dope ass shit while I mix this shit like this.
And I hold on to my vice, because you got to hold on to your vice. Don't ever let go to your vice. Good shit's coming up, y'all. We're going to tell you about our vices. Who? Word.
What up? It's your boy Mexico.
Yo, it's Tamper.
And we are here at the Winnie 101. Woo! At my grandpa's basement. With the homie. Introduce yourself, man.
What's up, man? GAPE 1, RKUBC.
Fuck, I don't know how many years. Like,
28 years. Well, doing graffiti since like 83, but actually became a writer in like 91.
Well, how about we talk about that? Let's start off with that.
All the way
how
from the
did you
top.
start?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Let's
see, back in the 80s, I lived, grew up on the south side, back of the yards. Back then, it was around the time that breakdancing first started coming out in the city. And that's where I saw graffiti, breaking, hip hop, and all that stuff. And that's where I started mimicking some of what I saw. Oh, before that, actually, I would write my name and then I'd put like gang signs up because that's what I see in my neighborhood on the garages. So I'd mimic what I saw. I'd do like a broken crown.
So you're just putting them up as you saw them?
Yeah, I was putting up, I was with broken crowns and broken forks. I didn't know what I was a kid, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just mimicking what I saw. And it wasn't until I saw like Beat Street and Breaking and those movies that I started realizing the difference between graffiti art and gang graffiti. And of course, I leaned towards the graffiti aspect of it, and I started tagging more.
You wasn't trying to make that money?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not like that, guys.
We'll get there.
Yeah, and like I said, I did graffiti. I do like my friends' notebooks in school, and I do banners and stuff like that. And it wasn't until 1991 that I took on the name GAPE, and I started actually doing real graffiti shit, like painting trains, running tunnels, doing sides, train stations, all that sort of stuff, bus barns, things like that.
Was that your first name, or did you have anything?
No,
like
before that,
before
GAPE, I used to fuck with the name Complex, and I wrote that.
How'd you break that down, like the whole word?
It was COMP.
I mean, I guess back then you were able to do that shit.
Yeah, back then we would.
There was nobody out that late.
But then, like I said, when I moved out of the back of the yards, I moved to the Marquette area.
Okay.
And that's when I met cats from original Saw Crew that formed Saw Crew later, and they're the ones that kind of schooled me on, you want to pick a shorter name, you want to go and paint trains.
They're like, you don't need 18 letters.
All that stuff, yeah.
He was like super complex, the third Esquire.
So from there, I tailored it down to GAPE, and then I started learning the ways of the graffiti writer, I guess you could say.
Dope. That like answered like 4-5 questions and shit, dude.
So did. Let's get deeper in it. Shit. Who were your you said Saw Crew, who other cats influenced you in the beginning?
Oh man, back in the day, it was on the bombing side, it was Saw Crew, CMW, J4F was killing shit, TCK was killing shit up north. As far as painting wise, like Aerosol Crew, Ice Pack back then, who are SB now. Those are the guys I pretty much came up under, trying to learn and be as good as they were at the time.
Dope. Did you ever get to go out on any missions with them before you decided to just jump down with a crew? Were they like, you doing all right, let's do it?
Yeah, no, they were real cool. Well, obviously at first, they didn't know who I was. I had to go out there and, kind of build a little name for myself.
That's good.
As I started doing that, and I started getting known a little, and then they started to embrace me more. And once they learned who, back then, it's like you didn't know who was who. There were no cell phones and stuff like that. There were pagers and voice boxes. So you would only meet people on train lines or at parties.
Hey, explain the voice box things, because a lot of our viewers are young as fuck.
Oh yeah. Yeah, back in the day, we didn't have cell phones, laptops, things like that. We had pagers and voice boxes. Voice box was pretty much a voicemail that you'd call in, and you'd, instead of leaving a message like, "Hi, this is GAPE, leave a message, I'll call you back," you'd kind of leave information like where you are or what's going on, where you're gonna be, what's popping that weekend. And so people would call your voice box just to hear what's going on with you. That's kind of like Twitter, but an audio Twitter is what it was actually.
You got 3 seconds.
Yeah. And so, crews had their voice boxes, people had voice boxes, and it's kind of how you had everybody's voice boxes and phone numbers memorized, and you'd call those, Friday nights, Saturday nights.
Explain memorized. I'm just kidding.
I can't memorize shit. The only time I try memorizing shit when I'm in the county, having to call somebody to get on house arrest.
Dude, I've got like 3 numbers memorized that I don't even know how they're stuck in my
Yeah,
head.
it's funny because like I lived that, so I transitioned from having all these phone numbers memorized, like 20, 30, 40 numbers, to now I have just my mom's home phone memorized, I think. Yeah,
I can remember my own like line when I actually bought that shit when I was in high school.
Yeah, of course, as a kid.
But like that's it. Like it was different from my mom's. Cause I ordered my own.
Yeah. As a kid, I remember all my
AOL.
all my home phone numbers and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't know why, but yeah, as far as like people's phone numbers, nah, I don't remember any of that.
I know like my mom's, Buddha's, Hobbs. Some good numbers I know.
You know my number? That's fucked up.
Sometimes you don't have a number, man.
I don't have a number.
I gotta like send
Smoke signals.
I gotta send smoke signals and tell Keep to knock on your door. But go on. So
Where was I?
from riding with motherfuckers who were like, hey,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Once we got to know, once they found out who I was, they embraced me. We were wall painting and stuff. They took me painting trains, and then slowly but surely I went away to college, and I kind of fell off that for a second. But as soon as I finished school, I graduated. I went right back to it. I never really stopped. I just stopped hanging out with all the people I would hang out with. I was too into getting my degree and stuff, trying to do something like that.
What'd you go to school for?
Engineering. I went to IIT. I got a degree in a bachelor's in computer engineering.
Damn, you ain't shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
dope.
drink to that.
Oh.
So how hard or how easy was it to bomb like in the 90s?
It wasn't actually. It was easy at first, but then when stuff started getting hard out of hand, and then Mayor Daley banned spray paint, and then they started the Vandal Squad. Then it started getting really hard because they would stake stop spots out and things like that. So
How were the cops at that time when as soon as they're like, all right, we're putting a ban on it, you guys can't do this or whatever the case is?
I don't really know because like whenever we'd go bombing, man, we'd always kind of plan it out, and very rarely did we get chased or get caught because we would plan it, execute it, and get out of there. It was just times where we'd like have a couple beers and let's go bombing, grab a can, let's go. Those are the times that we get run up on or cops would see us and give us a good chase. But out of all those times, I only got caught I think one time, and they didn't even actually chase me and catch me. I ran in my friend's car, and we were hiding out, waiting for my other friend to show up to the car so we could dip. And as the cops were going down that block, some old lady ran out. I was like, "Hey, officer, there's guys hiding in that car right there." So they fucking
You were like, oh, gee whiz.
they pulled us out, and I was the only Latin guy. So they're like, "Oh, we're looking for a Latin guy. Come here." And they searched me.
Were you wearing the same Kangol?
Or no, I wasn't. Back then. I used to wear an Aggies hat back then.
Of course.
But they caught me because when I ran away, I ran through the prairie, and so they looked in my pants. They found all those little dingy things on my socks.
All the
And
like
that's
sticky
how,
bugs.
yeah, and that's like, yep, and they locked me up. So
What were you doing in the field, you little brown boy?
yeah.
You mulatto?
And it just turned off. And then the other time I got hooked up was I was at Mace. We were painting freights at the Walls of Grace.
Motherfucking Mace.
And there was a sting. A cop was running down, and I'm sitting there painting, and we're looking around every couple minutes, and I look over and I see some guy running. I said, "Oh, there's some guy fucking running." I was like, "Whatever, there's two of us, no big deal." And I look again, and he's getting closer, and then I see like the shine of his light. So I was like, "Oh shit, cops!"
He ran up on y'all like that?
So yeah, so
You're like
again, it was a sting. So I fucking pushed Mace. I was like, "Mace, go, cops!"
Right.
Go. I was like, "Go!" So we started running, and we ran like maybe 2 car lengths, and then I ducked down and I jumped under the freight, and I went on the other side, and I jumped up and I started running on the other side. So we were on both sides of the freight train, and then I seen Mace go down. Well, the cop fired
Oh,
a
shit.
warning shot or something, because I heard a loud pop, and then Mace
It was
dropped.
your sinuses popping.
And I looked, and I see Mace on the ground. I was like, "Oh shit, they shot Mace!" And I'm still fucking running, like, "Oh fuck, what do I do?"
And
What do
Mace
I do?
is so quiet of a guy that I'm sure if he did get shot, he wouldn't make a fucking sound.
No, hell no, right? And so I got to the end, and I ran all the way to California, and I was like, "Cool, I'm almost at California. I could run off the sides, and I could just take off into the neighborhoods, and I'll be good." And as I'm getting close to the exit, like 3 or 4 cops come up with their guns drawn from the bushes.
Damn.
And I was like, "Oh shit!" So I stopped, and I just dropped to my knees with my hands on my head, and then I see they fucking Mace is coming. They got Mace handcuffed.
Like Cali and Diversity.
Yeah,
right there.
and then the cop was throwing up. So when Mace was on his knees, the fucking cop was kicking him. He's like, "Oh, you make me run." and he's fucking kicking the shit out of Mace.
Fat ass cop.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Mace for making cops throw up because his fat ass couldn't catch him.
couldn't handle
Couldn't
it.
catch the silent jukey one. He's giving him them soccer moves. Fuck
Yeah,
y'all know
but
about
those
that.
those are the only 2 times I got caught. Most of the times it was like not even a chase. We just in and out.
Dope. Were you walking with a crew then?
Back then I was running with GAPE crew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect for you.
Yeah. It was.
You just like made the Gap their own 3 colors and then threw a red E at the end or something.
Or blue E at the end.
You fucking
Depending on what neighborhood I was in.
make the E glow. Yeah, depending on what neighborhood. Yikes. Tell us about some crews, brah.
All right. Well, back in the 90s, I was GAPE crew. And then from GAPE crew, I went to... shit.
Damn.
I don't know. It was a long time ago. GAPE crew. Then I was... LEC.
Yeah.
Formed LEC in 95. And then from there, I went TCK, Jam, TMR, the whole family. From there, I went RK, UBC. Oh, and I was in NL for a while when in like 2000. Well, I still am in NL, but I don't know if they're still repping it or not. That was like 2006-ish time frame. I joined that with Poem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right now it's RK and UBC.
How was rocking with RK?
Dope, a real dope learning experience. Yeah, it's been fresh, man. It's been great. I've learned a lot with them, and I've advanced a lot. I feel since I've been painting with them. Yeah, and it's been dope. Yeah.
Is there like a certain style you have to learn? Like, I guess is there like besides for just being raw as fuck, is there like a certain criteria that they keep in general that keeps them looking?
Just that. I mean,
Yeah.
raw as fuck, and it's not like. Once you're in the crew, you're in the crew. It's like you could be in the crew and then get kicked out again because you don't put out. So
Yeah.
you got to constantly, kind of keep, stay out there, keep painting, and kind of elevate yourself and do dope shit.
Dope.
Yeah, and we all push each other and we try to. Oh shit.
Oh, you falling through?
Yep,
Break on through to the other side.
Yeah. Try to, we just try to elevate each other and. Yeah, like I said, paint fresh shit, man.
There's illegal motherfuckers on the crew too, still.
Yeah, I mean, there's still cats that do stuff like that. Not really as much.
Yeah.
We don't really promote it because it's a professional.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a professional.
That's what I was
thing.
getting to.
Yeah, so when we do, we don't throw it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of us like going out there and doing stuff.
You just don't put RK up.
Right.
Makes sense. Make it a sense. It's not like I'm out there like job, WASP, UAC, FT, RTC. That'd be fucked up.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
But I mean, we are from a craft where people were using their actual names, so.
Yeah.
How different do you see, or what are the similarities to, the illegal bombing crew to the legal bombing crew?
Well, obviously, when you're doing it illegally, it's more exhilarating. But also, like, when you paint, like, try and paint like big walls and big productions, stuff like that. It's also elevating it's just in a different way. One's more adrenaline, the other one's more like a mental high. So, but I mean, they're both very satisfying, just in different ways.
For sure. Yeah, that's what's up.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Shit, let's go to that. What do you like painting the most? Like, not on yet, we'll get to that, but like, what do you like painting the most? Because you paint a lot of things. Like,
Yeah.
I got some art from you that was like an RIP to like a homie's dog, and that shit was dope. Like, not like I wasn't expecting it to be dope, but I was like, look at this motherfucker doing completely opposite from what I know him from.
Yeah, that's kind of, I guess that's kind of what's fresh about RK. Being RK, that's what they push. They push you to be fresh at everything.
Yeah.
To get to a wall and rock it all yourself.
That painting
rock
was
a
fresh as
background,
fuck.
rock your own characters, rock your own piece.
Yeah.
Do it all yourself, but make it look like it was a crew that came together to do it.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's fresh, and that's what they kind of push. Try and do, try and be fresh all around. Don't get, don't fall off or get rusty on any of the.
Right. Whereas some crews are like, we need you to be
Aspects.
that guy.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes, you play your position.
Word up.
Like.
But which one do you enjoy doing?
Honestly, I enjoy both. I love graffiti letters, letters because I've always done them and I've spent so much time doing them and learning them and perfecting them or trying to perfect them that it just comes natural to me and I just enjoy doing it. But I also enjoy doing characters and elaborate stuff, photorealistic stuff like that too, because it's a challenge. And to be able to walk away and have it look like, the image or what you thought you wanted it to look like, I think it's really dope.
It's
a
dope.
feat in itself,
They hit me up like, hey, we don't talk much, but this is a pretty cool painting, thank you. And I'm like, did you hit him up? I don't know. That's dope.
That's cool, dope. Good to know.
Yeah. We like really, really don't talk.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up, but it's dope that they were like, hey man, that painting was pretty cool. I just wanted to let you know. Like, instead of being like, thanks man, I was like, did you tell the artist? And I got the last word on that one. Okay.
So being a style guy, doing crazy letters and awesome characters and portraits, what's your pet peeve on other artists? Like what they do, or those stuff that you be like, man, stop doing.
Yeah, what needs to stop?
Yeah. Half-assing always needs to stop. If you're gonna do a wall, man, like do a wall. Don't just do your name. That's what a lot of things that a lot of people do. They come, they do their name, and it's fresh, and they'll do like little stuff around it, and that's it. And then they'll leave, as opposed to coming together that day with those people, and in that moment, create something beyond the name that you're gonna do.
Right.
Come together with a background, figure something out, and rock it all together. If you're strong at doing like flowers and throw some flowers over here, sprinkle some across the wall. If you're better at characters, and throw a couple over here and over there, but bring the whole wall,
right.
Make it cohesive, make it look like you guys actually plan to do it.
Some cats just straight up don't know how to do that shit.
Yeah.
Like when you look at them to plan something, they're like, I'm just gonna do this thing over here.
Yeah, I mean, and there's not, I mean,
I guess
some
do
cats,
you, but
yeah,
like,
some cats
damn,
want to do that,
only
and some cats maybe they will evolve from that, but it is what it is. It's just I like to see less of that. I like to see cats, more cats coming together and like I just previously explained, come together and do your name, but then come together as a whole and rock a background,
right,
and make it work so that it's more than just pieces splattered on the wall.
Yeah. Actually, I had firsthand the first time I did anything close to that was painting with Chance. Actually,
Yeah, Chance
we showed up. Let's paint. We had one other person. I'm not even gonna name him. It was bad because he was like, I'm just gonna go over here and do these things. Or like, we're all up here on the roof, but. It was dope to be like, yo, well, let's mix our styles and our cans and we can get out of here, and it's dope.
Yeah, it's always fun.
But yeah, and it makes you feel good about what you did too, like.
And it's a memory.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's a
back
better
at
memory.
Yeah, you look back at it like, oh yeah, that was dope. It was real dope.
You look back at it. I'm just kidding.
Whoa. Yeah, Crest taught me that too. Like he told us always, okay, drop a piece, but do this, do that. To just tie it all together and make it look like a big giant production. Even though
sometimes you could do very little, very minimal, and you could pull it together.
Yeah, just
do
your part.
It's just a matter of figuring it out.
Yeah,
I like that.
Because sometimes it's not, you don't have the supplies, but that makes it more of a challenge. What could I get away with these 4 cans of green that I have? Fuck it, I'm gonna do a green background in the jungle.
Something's gonna get faded green here, so hard.
Silhouette trees, swamp, and make it work.
Dope.
Push it, motherfuckers. Stop being lazy.
I know, right? People be going. So I guess with that said, how do you feel about cats who like just show up to a wall and do their usual stamp, their usual like, yo, this is my piece. I'm gonna spend all day on it because I'm supposed to be able to be here till 6, but it's gonna be the same shit I put up like a billion other fucking times. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, everybody does. Everybody does them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people, that's what they do. That's what they like to do. Because some people, it's like that's their tag.
Yeah.
They've evolved from the tag. They do a dope piece.
Right.
So to them, that's I go around the city and I put my tag everywhere and look at it for that, and that's kind of cool.
That's
to
dope.
do that too. If you look at it that way, it's like, oh, it's kind of fresh.
I've never heard anyone look into it like that. That's dope as fuck. I've always been like on the fence about it because
I mean, it's always dope to see people go above and beyond what they normally do.
Yeah.
It's always fresh to see more of them, but sometimes you can't. Some people don't. They want to do that. They want to. Like you said, they want to just do their piece and take that for what it is, and it's cool.
Word up. So, tell us about Care Bears and Close Calls.
Care Bears, I love them. Close Calls. Back in the bombing days, there's a couple. None come to mind right now.
Cause you're on fucking Mars, right?
Yeah. I have to give some thought. No, I'm good right now. Thank you. What? My mom was watching.
Yeah, my mom was watching too.
This, Mama.
I told you, Mama, you should do this.
I told you I don't do this, Mama.
I told you, Ma's better than medicine. Well then, what do you want to talk about? What's on your brain?
I'll give it some thought, man, and we can come back to that. Some close calls. Oh, one time, in early '90s, when I was GAPE crew, there was like 4 or 5 of us out there bombing on Kedzie, and cops ran up and chased us. We all ran. Me and 3D ran across the street by the McDonald's at the time. Jumped through some gangways. I split off, ran off one way. The cop kept chasing him. I circled back to...
He was darker. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, he was white.
Yeah.
So he was lighter and bigger. So he probably thought he was older. But I circled back and hooked up with Groove, my homie Groove, who was also with us. And we hid out in somebody's porch for like 2-3 hours. And then we made it back safe. But like 3 or 4 of the guys got
That's crazy.
arrested.
So when was that? What year was that?
That was like 91, 92-ish, I believe.
Would you say that's about when it started to get a little brolic out there? Like they were like, "Yo, we got to stop this," or was that was that right after catching them and just put paint in their hair?
Oh no, they definitely arrested the guys. So I don't think they took it seriously then.
I'm just thinking like back then getting arrested for graffiti. I'm like, there was actually like cold cases from back then they could be doing, but they're like, these kids are writing on buildings.
Whack.
Bandos. Did you do any bandos back then? It's the rage now.
No, back then we used to do mostly viaducts.
Mostly viaducts?
Mm-hmm.
Like straight up, like traffic going by?
No, like underneath traffic bridges.
Yeah, okay.
Like the B's and Twos, like the Nabisco Hill over there on 72nd and Kedzie.
Damn.
Walls of Fame before they buried them. Some other viaducts. I don't recall at the time. But those are some of them. Some of the ones used to paint back then.
Word up.
So it's time for Mexico 5. I'm about to hit you 5 random questions. Answer to ability because this is random as hell. Yeah, dope little music thing playing. So, question number 1. Iron Lake or Montana?
Montana.
Mean Streak or Scribe?
Mean Streak. You can hit more with the Mean Streak.
Ass or titty?
Both.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
What's the first thing you think of when you wake up in the morning?
That's the second thing I think. Wow, that's a good question. Getting up, actually getting out of bed. Like starting getting that mentality of, all right, do I need a couple minutes to lay here? Can I get up right away? The next step. I start off slow in the morning, but once I'm up, then I can think 3-4 steps ahead. I think.
Nice, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Well, there you have it.
There it is.
Fucking Mexico 5 questions.
Wow. How'd you feel about that?
That's pretty dope.
That's cool. I think I did okay.
Yeah.
You snap.
Would you change anything?
No.
Cool. What do you like painting on the most?
cinder block.
Cinder block specifically?
Yeah, or any type of concrete that absorbs
Yeah.
the paint.
That's the second time someone says cinder block, actually. I always think of cinder block as like a fucking sponge.
Yeah, exactly. You give it a good prime, and then it absorbs the paint nicely, so you can take your time with it.
Yeah.
Really get more intricate.
So
quicker.
the key is priming it, obviously. I'm like bombing, like, don't hit the, it just,
Well, bombing is cool. You know, hit it with a black or silver. It'll
yeah,
go good
it'll
enough.
stay, yeah.
But if you're trying to do like more than that, then you definitely got to prime it.
Right. Prime.
Prime time.
Prime.
What if that's what we were doing now? We're like, yo, we're sending out a priming team. You send out a buff team? What if that's the new conspiracy? Send out your own buff squad?
Comment
Comments below.
But you travel a lot. What's your favorite spot outside of Chicago?
Shit. I like a lot of spots, man. They were all dope in their own way. I like Arizona because it was hot. Like, I like the heat. Like I said, hot. When it's hot or cold, I like hot.
You a reptile?
I might be.
I believe it.
No, but I do like hot, and it's really hot and warm down there. And it's dope. And I had a good time when I was down there.
Anything outside the states?
Oh, yeah, man. I was just in Belgium, and Belgium was really dope.
Dang.
It was really dope.
How's scrap out there?
It's fresh, man. Cats out there are dope. They're really fresh. Yeah.
Any favorite?
Well, I painted with a bunch of guys, and the dude that painted the frog, I don't know if you saw it. I posted it on my Facebook and
I saw that
Instagram.
shit.
But he painted a dope ass frog, and it was really dope. It was really fresh. Yeah, that dude was sick with it.
Dope as fuck. Man, I'll go out there.
What was
Anyway.
prevalent out in Belgium?
Regarding
Like,
graph.
just actually graph, yeah, mostly.
I mean, yeah, it's out there. You'll see like tags and shit like that, and stickers and all that stuff out there.
Mhm.
There's dedicated places where you got walls. I mean, it's still pretty much like here.
Right, right. But you know how like everyone has a different spot. Like when I went to France, it looked like they were trying to do like this weird Philly style tag. When I went to Amsterdam, everyone was like chrome, black, green, white, big as fuck, kind of like bubbly edges.
Well, yeah, that's
It was,
kind of.
like,
Yeah,
fat
I
cat
mean, that's kind of
everything.
what. Yeah, that's kind of what
like G back.
Belgium was.
Them cats
It's
were
more
like big G.
more
and then,
fill-ins, and
yeah.
yeah, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And stickers and shit. Yeah.
Dope. Yeah. Got any other history shit that you should bring up? Like, there's things that people don't talk about a lot in what we do with this thing of hand painting things with aerosol. Every time we talk to someone, they have something that we should probably talk about. They just don't talk about it a lot.
Shit. Nothing that I can think of at the moment. I mean, I'll give it some thought.
He's gonna call me like right after this interview, like, "Oh, I got you.
I gotta come back.
Can I email him in? Can we put him in the
I gotta
notes? Put him in the
come back.
notes."
Yeah. No, man. Just I think we covered everything pretty well in terms of everybody just push harder and
Yeah.
try and do more cohesive walls together and stuff like that.
Word up.
Shit, any dope projects you got coming up that you want people to see and shit?
Well, yeah, this weekend I'm painting Arrow's portrait for that memorial wall.
Damn.
At Project Logan, so that'll be dope.
Damn, you ain't shit.
Other than that, nothing really. Oh, I got some other stuff, but I don't really like to talk about it. Just wait for it to happen, and then I'll post pics and stuff if and when it happens.
That's dope. So,
He's like, business is business.
It's strictly business.
Any last words?
Nope.
Keeping it fucking simple.
fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
No,
I mean, that's.
I'm-
I mean, he doesn't.
I gotta give some thought. I'm sure I do have some last words. Everybody stay up, keep it real, keep doing what you do.
Throw 'em
Love
up.
to my family. Hi everyone. That's pretty much it.
Word up.
Anywhere, your Instagram, you wanna shout them
How
out?
can we get a hold of you?
Yeah.
Oh, Instagram, Facebook, GAPE1. That's pretty much it. GAPEONE.
We'll probably put a link up somewhere.
Yeah. Right there.
Start pointing places.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Literally,
point here you to
we
put it
do
up
that.
there.
It's
Jerks.
dope.
You never
It'll make it
fucking
harder
know.
for him, but
Eh,
it's dope.
sorry, bro. Cash be like, I like this part.
Here, put a heart right here.
He's like, I love this shit. Fuck goofy ass motherfuckers.
Motherfucking shit.
Yo, You just sat through another dope episode of the Windy 101.
Sure
That's
did.
Mexico Wonder.
That'd be me.
My name's Al
That's Tamper.
Tamper.
GAPE 1.
Windy 101.
Peace.
Hey, what's up? This is GAPE 1, RKUBC, Chicago. I hope you enjoyed this, the Windy 101.
Killing your feelings with skillings, grilling the millions. Idiots really missing it, son and them and they minions. These silly kiddies plead the fittest with that lip they flapping. Trust we checking shits because Telly said slap the shit out of them. Up in your crib like it's Penaz, I put my feet up. Right after your party where your crew just watch you get stuck up. That shit was only practice, we still call that up and coming. All we do is show up. Motherfuckers start running, all we do is show up.